Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Jedi Knight Edition. I think it's going to be Ilum Edition in actual fact, not incredibly happy about that as I stated in the previous episode, but we do have a Kira conversation to partake in once we get back on our ship, but right now we have a rather impressive looking Twi'lek to speak to.
Wantahumpa, Murirava Fupa Jipampawula, Kabanotase Makipuna. Malituta odmishka. Chikospa inikudad ijigliska chanagawa.
I'm Supreme Commander Rands of the Republic. It's an honor to speak with someone who's done so much to help the cause. By defeating the Emperor, you've dealt a crippling blow to his followers. You single-handedly turned the tide of this war. The Republic already owes you a debt it can never repay. But I'm calling because we need your help again.
The Empire's in total disarray. What threat can they pose now?
Don't underestimate the Empire. We made that mistake once, and Coruscant was nearly destroyed. As a Jedi, I'm sure you're familiar with the ice world of Ilum. It's one of the galaxy's primary sources of lightsaber crystals. The remnants of the Empire's forces have invaded Ilum en masse. We sent reinforcements, but they're getting overwhelmed.
Once I get there, we'll drive the Empire off Ilum. Just like we drove them off Corellia.
This mission's different. The Empire's not trying to capture Ilum. This is a raid, and they'll strip the planet bare. The crystals on Ilum are unique, and the Empire has found a way to use them to amplify cloaking systems. With enough crystals, they could build an invisible armada, an entire fleet capable of striking any Republic world without warning.
Since the Empire lacks the numbers to hold any planets, they're gonna devastate them instead.
Darth Arho is leading the assault, and he'd rather destroy a world than see it live free. We can't let those crystals fall into his hands. Report to the Republic space station orbiting Ilum ASAP. A shuttle will take you down to the surface. We're using the Jedi Temple as a makeshift headquarters for our operations. Meet me there and I'll give you a full briefing. Rands out.
Chechopa kuma ni umpi but malia bedwana ni bobo.
Okay, well, that sounds like a plan. Now, I must just clear up a few things right here. The reason why I did not kill the Emperor in the previous episode was mainly due to the fact that, well, I wanted to do something a little different, and I'm pretty sure most people would either go for, I am a Jedi, oh yes, I'm going to stand up and be elected mayor of this here town, or, oh yes, kill the Emperor, yeah, and then use some sort of lightsaber sound effect, vroom, or whatever the case may be. And so, yes, that was the main reason why I decided to go for something a little different, and I thought that might be pretty cool and a little bit more unique than the usual options. So, yeah, there's that. So, we now have a Kira Carson conversation to partake in, and then we will be traveling to Ilum.
Just got an interesting holo message. Childhood friend of mine. Think you'll want to see it.
He's gone. Everyone knows that. But his voice, still in my head. Can't sleep. Nothing makes sense. The Emperor is dead. Why is he still talking? You silenced him, Kira. Show me how. Please.
Name's Shuri. Trained with her on Korriban before I left. She's a child of the Emperor.
A child of the Emperor seeking help from a Jedi?
Not just any Jedi. The only ones to break the Emperor's control. Shuri's gone rogue from the Empire. Holed up at one of our favorite vacation spots, Voss. And whether or not we can help her, we sure don't need another crazy Sith wandering Voss.
We'll set course for Voss immediately.
I have Shuri's coordinates. We'll confront her together and figure this out.
Ah, I see. Okay, so we have another of Kira's bonus missions, and as you can see, it's actually a level 50 one. Yeah, Ilum is also level 50, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to do Ilum for now, and we'll probably travel here just before the Shadow of Revan expansion. I think that will probably be a rather nice segue for that. So, let's head on to Ilum. Oh yes, I'm cringing as I say that. And we will see if there's a holo terminal call. No, there isn't. Okay, so we'll just be speaking to the shuttle pilot then, I guess. They couldn't even be bothered to give him a name. I'm gonna name him. His name is Roy. Okay, so we're here on the Republic Orbital Station. And I don't think Roy's seen us just yet. So let's just try and sneak up on him. Actually, wait a minute. I think it's a girl. So... Yep, it is a girl. So it's Royina. Wonderful.
Commander Rands is waiting for me at the Jedi Temple.
I bet he's not. Darth Arho's troops have taken over the temple. Commander Rands and the others barely made it out alive. Had to set up their command post in an unsecured field. You need to speak to Commander Rands. I can take you there. Get on board and hold tight. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Is it going to be a bumpy ride, Royina? Oh, well, don't tell Kira, but okay. Let's go. Oh, you didn't mean that? You didn't mean anything flirty? Okay, fine. Back to business. Back to business, Royina. That's perfectly fine. Wasn't that embarrassing? If I'd gone up there and just completely said, "Hey, Roy, it's a long time no see." I mean, oh, yeah, probably would have been very, very bad for Zaylan to do that. Considering he has eyes and he can perfectly see that it's a woman, but apparently, no.
Roy had a sex change.
And now, after the amazing encounter with Roy, aka Royina, we are now going to be making our way in to speak to Commander Rands. Why is he called Commander Rands? I mean, what is it? Does he run from things? Or, I don't really get it, but okay, whatever the case, let's go! Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was actually just gonna activate. I hate it when it does that.
Good, you're here. As you can see, we need all the help we can get. Let me introduce our allies. Master Bowden of the Jedi, and Commanders Karawar, Giandar, and Yetjub. No, Karawar. The attack on the temple is to distract us from Darth Arho's true goal, just as the peace talks blinded us before the sacking of Coruscant.
If we don't hit them at the temple, then where do we strike?
The Imperials want Ilum's crystals. They're using deep miners to drill into the planet's core. The excavations leave massive sinkholes. The entire world's becoming unstable. If we don't stop them, Ilum could literally crack in two.
Mem amgab kugab, kramanik. Unka kiga mayamak.
After you've cleared each mine, call us and we'll send reinforcements in to hold the area.
I understand completely.
Stopping the deep miners won't end this. Unless we locate the Imperial command post, they'll figure out another way to harvest Ilum's crystals.
Good idea. After you disable each deep miner, download the mine's terminal data log. Bring all the data to Agent Sam Bradber at the Communications Center for analysis.
The fate of Ilum is in your hands. May the Force be with you.
Okay, so, yes. This is exactly the reason why I personally feel like every single main mission character should probably have a basic language. Because, well, I mean, in terms of the English language, basic language, whatever, that's what Star Wars calls it, but point is, that guy, did you see that guy, the Celestin? He basically said, and then stared at the camera for literally 5 seconds, which, sure, okay, yeah, that's not uncomfortable at all to me, but Zaylan, I'm pretty sure he was not very happy about that. I'm pretty sure he just wants to get down to business, and business, I don't mean with Royina, of course, but yes, she really turned him down pretty hard. But yes, let's not talk about that anymore. And we're going to be heading on to destroy the Relicite Deep Miner.
Why is it called the Relicite Deep Miner and only the deep has a capital first letter?
Because it's a hyphenated thing. So, for example, if I call myself Deep Penetrator, then it is going to be hyphenated. But I'm going to put it in all caps. Okay, so we have arrived at the Relicite crystal mine, And we will now be charging in against level 50 units. I am not particularly happy about this series of events, especially seeing as they have now given us 25 units. 25 units to kill? Really? Okay, well, I guess Cure is actually just absolutely beasting through this. Okay, don't really need to worry about this at all, in actual fact. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, Royina certainly could not have done this. I'm pretty sure. Yes. So, I guess we'll just have to deal with these guys. Obviously, I'm not particularly happy about seeing the droids here. I would have liked to have just seen regular Imperial units because, well, they're generally a lot more fun to fight. As, well, droids, they don't really have that much animation. They're a little bit too machine-like, too much roboticness, for example. Yes, wonderful, isn't it? Okay, well, yes, let's just head on over here, take out these guys. This Overseer, actually, they actually don't seem to have that much HP either, I've got to say. Even though they are strong units and they're 2 levels higher than me, they don't actually seem to be dealing that much, and they're not very sturdy either. Well, I suppose that's just how it is sometimes. Ooh, I would love to be able to use this. Yes, there we go. A lovely explosion there, all over them. Fantastic. Very nice. Okay, so probably going to need to use some sort of rejuvenation ability here. Ah, well, that was a waste, wasn't it? That was an absolute waste. We have 10 more charges of it, and now it's just useless. Great, isn't it? Okay, so we have finally reached the end, and as we can see, the last Overseer is falling before us. Oh, yes. You will be taken down, every single one of you. Thank you very much. And then we will be destroying the Relicite Deep Penetrator, Deep Miner, and we'll now see what happens. Probably going to have to run really quite fast in the opposite direction. Maybe. No? Okay, well, we're going to stop and do some scans, guys, because a bomb right behind us is not dangerous at all. It's probably... Okay, that was very anticlimactic. Oh, no, there we go. There's a little bit more graphical fidelity right there. Rather nice. Okay, not bad. I actually thought it was a little underwhelming to begin with.
Secured the first excavation site and scanned the communications terminal.
Well done. We'll send a team to secure the mine while you head to the next one.
Okay. Am I really? Am I really doing that? I'm okay. Apparently I am doing the Republic's dirty work, and I am a Jedi Master. I'm sure I could be used to do something more important than this, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. I don't particularly mind, it's just the fact that, well, I'm a little bit surprised, I have to say. Ah, okay, well, here's a Jedi Knight trainer. I suppose we may as well take the opportunity to train. Oh, a dispatch. Okay, well, dispatch is, I think, utterly pointless for us. I'm actually unsure about that. I'm going to have to look up a couple of our abilities here and actually just make sure that dispatch is not going to be spec'd into here. Yeah, it doesn't appear that is the case. I may indeed respec and see what we can do about having a different build, because I think it would be rather cool to use dispatch at some point, because, well, I know that it's rather nice on other classes, those kinds of abilities, and it would be rather nice to use a similar ability to assassinate on Zaynash, of course. So, maybe we'll see what we can do about that. But we're now going to be heading on over to the Mephite mine. Okay, so before we complete the bonus mission, which, bear in mind, actually had 25 units to eliminate once again, as well as 8 mining crates, the last one is down there, I am going to be spending our point which we gained when we leveled to 49. And that is going to be this. I actually took a look at some of the abilities, and this is amazing, in my opinion. As you can see, Force Sleep enables your next dispatch to be used against a target with any percentage of health. Now, the cooldown of dispatch is 10 seconds. Pretty nice, not bad. And you get to deal very, very nice damage as far as I can tell. Basically, everything else apart from Blade Storm does less damage. So, we're going to try this out. I can respec at any point, so that's not too bad. And we also have dispatch on our quick bar already. I did that, of course. And I have not tested this out yet, so let's see how well it goes. Obviously, these guys are weak units. The guy over there is, however, not. So this is probably going to be a good idea to test beforehand. So let's see what happens here. So we could just use this, and I don't even know how much damage it actually dealt. Oh no, that's probably not very good. Okay. Yeah, it didn't seem to do that much. I've got to say that was a little bit disappointing, I have to say, but maybe, just maybe, we'll be lucky enough to try out another spec, and we'll see if that actually deals a little bit more. I think it would be quite cool to go for that, even though we are literally taking not much damage at all, and it's really nice to be a tank so that Kira can deal significant damage herself. So I'm not entirely sure just yet what we're going to be doing with that. Let's just see what happens. Of course, I'm going to be carbonized. Of course. Let's do some force push. There we go. Yes. And now we can use dispatch again. So that's rather nice, I gotta say. But otherwise, I'm a little bit underwhelmed by that particular ability, I have to say. Yeah, maybe I'm using it incorrectly or something, but I personally feel like the damage could be a little bit higher, but obviously we are a tank, so can't really expect too much, considering it is free and instant. So, yeah, I mean, you can't say no to free damage, I guess. So let's destroy this, plant the anticlimactic bomb, and then we'll be scanning the communication terminal once again. Oh my, Ilum, what are you doing? Seriously? Okay, well, let's see what we say after this, I guess.
I'm at the last mine. Everything's all clear.
Get that transmission data to Sam Bradbury. He's waiting for you at the Republic Communications Center.
Oh, okay. Sam Bradbury? Okay, that's a rather unique name, I suppose. And I guess we're going to be heading on over to Mr... I actually have no idea about genders now anymore, because it appears as though Royina completely confused me. So apparently I am just going to call this particular thing an it, or something along those lines, because, well, it could be a person, it could be a rock, it could be a plant, or whatever the case may be. Rock, mineral, what is that game again? Animal, mineral, vegetable. Yeah, there we go. I actually remembered it. Okay, well, we're going to be heading on over to the communications base, I think? Yes, I think it might be a base. It could also be something else like a construction site, because goodness knows I'm getting confused here. I must say, however, upon actually getting outside of some of the caves, Ilum does look very beautiful. It is one of the more beautiful worlds, because, I mean, just look at that. Look at that skyline. And well, of course, we have the force field over here, but we can kind of ignore that, even though it does add a little bit to the ambiance. But even so, some of the clouds are really quite nice, and the glaciers as well. Yeah, I gotta say, it's not actually a bad planet. I feel it's just the questing mission system and the way that it's been laid out can actually diminish the enjoyment of the planet rather significantly. But isn't that always the case? It's always the case with these kinds of things. Oh yes, do this mission, go there, do that mission. And we're probably gonna not get to right-click on this guy? Nope, we actually are gonna be right-clicking on this guy. Yes, it is a guy this time.
Agent Bradbury? I've got the data from all the mine terminals.
You Jedi types do good work. Rand was smart to put you on this. Let me contact him while this data's decrypting.
Supreme Commander Rand's here. Master Bowden is with me, too. Do we have the location of the Imperial Command Center?
Just got the coordinates. Looks like the orders are coming from a small Imperial base on the ground. SIS scouted it before, but didn't think it was important enough to have priority.
With the whole planet under siege, Arho knew Republic intelligence would overlook something so minor.
Doubt Darth Arho's actually there. SIS reports he likes to stay clear while someone else handles things on the front lines.
He probably put his personal apprentice in charge. Lord Loyat is every bit as cruel and ruthless as her master.
SIS has a file on her. Pretty good to the lightsaber. Killed at least a dozen other Sith during her time on Korriban. Never punished for it.
Arho protected Loyat. Their relationship goes deeper than master and apprentice.
If we capture Loyat, maybe we can use her as leverage against Darth Arho.
Darth Arho is consumed by the dark side. He will cast her aside when she ceases to be useful.
You can try to arrest her if you think that's best, but I won't miss her if she winds up dead. Once the base is out of commission, report back to Agent Bradbury. Good luck.
Oh, okay, so apparently we're going to be actually returning to Sam Bradbury now and actually reporting to him. Okay, well that's, yes, that's a little bit, not particularly happy about that, I suppose, but I guess it is a forward base, and I'm kind of happy about that, because now we won't have to travel as far, so that's pretty good. Now, let's take a look here. What are we doing? Yeah, we're going to be heading on over to Lord Loyat's stronghold. I actually found it rather interesting that they were lovers. Well, we're going to see what she's like in the next episode. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.